Hello and welcome to another edition of the IKC Communities Show. IKC Communities is presented by India Kitchen Congress and is the place where change makers from the kitchen and cabinet industry meet. In today's show, I have the pleasure of hosting Ajay Khurana, Managing Director of Formica Laminates India. Ajay is a business transformation leader with an entrepreneurial streak. He has scaled up the operations of several multinational organizations in India and eventually taken them to industry leading positions. Today, Ajay and I will be talking about how the laminates industry is shaping up in India and how he is planning to grow Formica's India operations. Welcome, Ajay.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Doing well. Definitely, there's always scope for doing better than what you're doing today.
So, the home improvement sector and particularly the furniture industry have been growing quite well in India. Invest India, which is the National Investment Promotion Agency, has valued the addressable furniture market at over 32 billion. And the key drivers of growth in this industry are said to be urbanization, demographic dividend, rising disposable incomes, and a strong growth in the tourism and hospitality. So, Ajay, what are your views about the Indian furniture industry?
So, as you rightly said about the size of the furniture industry, um, there are different researches available, different sizes, but yes, what you say is somewhere around 25 to 30 billion US dollars and continuously increasing in double digits, 10, 11% CAGR per annum. As you also pointed out, disposable incomes and understanding of the lifestyles and wants of better lifestyles. Also, after the COVID, there has been work from home, which has added to the demand of real estate. Also, space saving solutions, modular furniture, uh, fast traveling Indians moving across after the COVID. They have been moving around, and the global exposure has been there since long. And IKEA, the other e-commerce companies like LiveSpace, HomeLane, and continuous entry of newer companies, uh, unorganized sector moving to organized sector. So these are some of the factors which are driving growth in the last couple of years after COVID. Real estate has seen a lot of growth. There was a lot of inventory initially, which is being bought. Projects are in completion stage, and people were waiting ever since COVID to complete their renovations, home improvements. So all these things are moving towards a scenario where there is a growth of furniture, home decor, lifestyle industry. So I think the trend will continue. The investments which are now coming in, we have iPhone now made in India, Microsoft has invested, Amazon invested, Nika, new age companies like Nika have been very successful, new startups. Uh, Tesla has announced intentions to invest in India. So all these things, they augur well for the economic scenarios of India for the next 10 years at least. Uh, and we all know China is slowing down. The pace is slowing down. The growth, the economy, the job scenario may not be the same as it was. So I would say India at the moment is a better investment option globally, and the infrastructure, the housing, everything is set to grow, and this gives us the furniture industry a good opportunity of growth, along with definitely the other sectors.
Formica manufactures laminates at its Gujarat plant. What is the history of Formica's presence in India?
Formica started in India in 1963. So as I understand, they are of course the original inventor of laminates, and 1963 they were the first laminate company in India. Uh, but somewhere around 1977, when the Janata government came in, they were more socialist in their approach. So a lot of MNCs left out due to the change in FDI rules at that point of time. So Formica also went out along with Coke and some other companies that I know of. And then the business remained in India as a division of Bombay Burma. Bombay Burma, they were strong visionaries. They are doing very well in their current businesses also, but at that point of time, they started their own brand called Sunmica in 1 millimeter, and Formica was moved to 1.5 millimeter. The market was much bigger in 1 millimeter thinner sizes, and Sunmica became the brand. Formica didn't lose its brand equity at any point of time in India, but Sunmica became an overnight hero in India. And by the time somebody decided that Formica should come back to India around 2010, I think it was a bit late for them. The market was already flooded with a lot of companies. Some of the leading brands which are there today, Marino, Greenland, Century, they were all there along with the unorganized industry as well. So market at that point of time was quite mature. And when Formica came in, while they are global leaders in laminates, they are number one in most of the countries globally, but they could not withstand the industry which was already set up, and it was difficult for them to find space in that already crowded market. And they were then doing what everybody else was doing, high volumes, low value, in order to sustain, which didn't work well for them. And by 2017, 2018, they decided to close. They were at that point of time owned by Fletcher Building Products of New Zealand. So they sold Formica to Broadview Holdings Netherlands in 2019. But when Broadview took over, Broadview is the leading surface material holding company in the world. They own brands like Arpa, Phoenix. They have Homopal from Germany, which has a brand in metallic laminates, Deco Metal. They have Vestag, which is a premium solid surface manufacturing company originating out of Germany. They have Trespa, again premium in its own category of exterior uh, compact laminates and specialized lab furnitures. So they bought Formica worldwide. So when they bought, they decided to invest in India instead of moving out what Fletcher was planning. And 2020 was COVID. Nothing happened in that period. In 2021, I joined them, March 2021, after 20 years with Rehau. And when I joined them, so we decided to change the game here, have a new direction, new vision, new strategy for India. So instead of commodity surface materials, we thought we should leverage our group strength, which is premium luxury surface materials. like Arpas, Phoenix, Deco Metal to begin with. While there are many other companies, and of course, laminates from the Formica stable, but again, focusing mostly on premium because the lower end of the market, the middle segment of the pyramid, it was already very crowded. So we decided to explore the top of the market. So we set a vision to be at the top. And we brought in our world-class products. We started importing and stocking it here and started selling here. Meanwhile, we also had the challenge of the local plant where the production was not running full time because we were doing only the commodity laminates here. So there also we changed our direction a bit and focused more on the international global range of Formica, where internationally the paper is designed by Formica in-house and is made for Formica by the paper manufacturing companies, the deco manufacturing companies. So that's what we focused on. But due to lack of volumes, till last year, the plant was running only about, let's say, 10 days average. But that didn't let our guard down or didn't let us down. We completely focused on our premium portfolio of Phoenix and Decometal, where we doubled the volumes in Phoenix and we simply zoomed tangentially as far as Decometal was concerned. Small base, still a lot to do. So we have our work cut out for the next 5 years. We have our vision set for the next 4 to 5 years, and we're working in that direction. So there were a lot of tasks of transition, transformation, turnaround, changing the culture of the organization, the way we worked in the past, and setting up a new strategy, looking at people who can drive the change, making strategic leadership changes, team changes. So all that has been done in the past 2.5 years, and we are well on course now for the future. And so while we thought we will focus on the premium category, but then we also thought we have to utilize the plant capacity that we have here. So this year we have started exports from here, while we are doing a small bit of domestic volume. So Formica plant now in Kalol near Ahmedabad is up full steam, not to the capacities of where others are, but we are working, we are producing 30 days a month now, and we have sufficient inventories of imported goods.
What are the main segments in the laminates market in India?
We are very different. We really don't operate in the laminate segment per se as such. Our surface materials, I'm calling it surface materials because our main focus is on Phoenix, which is the flagship product of ARPA produced out of Italy. It's not a high pressure laminate. It's a proprietary technology. It's produced like a textile in a continuous process. It's a carbon neutral product. And within the range, we have a range within Phoenix called Bloom, which has 50% less phenol, and it is made out of lignin, which is a plant-based resin. So it's greener than the standard Phoenix range, while the entire Phoenix range is carbon neutral. So our focus is on a different segment altogether. We want to set our own rules. Earlier in the past, when Fletcher was there, we were playing the game what market set. high volumes, low value. We're not into that game anymore. We are into value creation. And we're not into volumes anymore. So we are into architectural surfaces. These are architectural services. There are a lot of lookalikes, but Phoenix is the inspirational material globally for any research, development, production of matte surfaces. Yeah. So there are matte surfaces, there are super mattes. What we produce is extreme matte. We call it extreme matte, and there is nothing near to it on a scale of 1 to 10. It's all Phoenix. There are a lot of lookalikes. So if I can exaggerate a bit, we are like Ferrari. It's the premium luxury material that our focus is on. While we say we also sell the commodity material, we also sell the international laminate range, which is quite competitive to the local players who are there in the market. But our Phoenix is nearly 2 times than the lookalikes. Decometal that we have is even premium in terms of pricing, and there is no near match to it. So we are in a segment where which we created for ourselves, where we want to focus just on ourselves, and we don't want to look around towards the competition. Rather, we want the competition to look at us. And as I said, Phoenix is inspirational. Decometal is inspirational globally, and we work with architects. We get everything specified, because if it's an architectural product, if it's super luxury, uber luxury, uh, it will create value at a different top of the pyramid, and that's where we want to be. And that's the reason uh, we have now a showroom in Delhi, which is our flagship showroom. Again, uber luxury showroom. It's not like a laminate showroom. Last year, this year, we've taken architects to Italy, to ARPA, to show our manufacturing process, to showcase our technology. If we have to be different, we have to show them, we have to show the market why we are different, how we are different, why we are premium, what we do, what is our sustainability philosophy. So this has to be showcased firsthand. First-hand experience has to be given. So this is what we are doing in the market.
So any premium luxury category usually brings a different kind of sensibility about lifestyles, consumption, even the environment. So how do you think Phoenix and Homopal, your products, will transform the way laminates are applied and they are lived with in India?
So as far as the applications, the end use of these products is concerned, is the same segment, but again on the top of the pyramid. And there are kitchen manufacturers who are using our products for their high-end kitchens. There are customers who are recreating their interiors with our premium luxury metallic ranges, whether it's wardrobes, there are ceilings, there's bar counters, there is hospitality industries, there are hotels where we are specified, there are international chain of restaurants, uh, showrooms like Umbro, Armani, uh, where we are specified, and these chains are coming to India, and then high-end developers Lifts and lobbies is another application area where homopar decometal is abundantly used in many developing markets. It's a big area of success for us. That's set to rise. The uber luxury living in India with all the top developer brands in India. So that's the market. That's the application that we're looking at.
So with so much focus going onto the way the product is shown to the customer, communicated to the customer experience, and you are already planning your second and third experience center across India.
Yes.
What is the role of the channel partners in marketing such uber luxury products?
See, again, we have to be very careful when we come to the channel partners. Uh, the biggest challenge for me when I came in, there was a lack of confidence, which had to be rebuilt 2 years down the line. It's done now. But we have to be now be very careful. We need to have like-minded partners who believe in these products, who can sell these products, and who believe in the Formica future story. So it has to be a lot of chemistry between the two as well. A lot of belief in each other, I would say. So we look at partners who already have experience in selling and showcasing premium products. If they have a showroom, it's even better. While we have a lot of displays in all the major cities, we have display and branding, a lot of furniture showrooms, a lot of kitchen showrooms, especially across the country, and we are continuously moving up in numbers as far as the numbers are concerned. But be very careful as far as the partners, the channel partners are concerned. So we always pick, choose, and train. So training for us is extremely important. Training for the partners, external and internal, because Phoenix, for example, when you look at it, yes, it's extreme matte, but there are lookalikes available. There are mattes, there are super mattes. But how do we differentiate? So we differentiate not only by the properties, we also differentiate it by maintenance. It's completely maintenance free, and we have to demonstrate it. We have to train it. We have to train our partners. Only then they can train the influencers, they can train the end users, highlight the properties, the USPs, the unique competitive advantages. And once this is done, only then we have a willing end consumer.
How important are the OEMs or the fabrication partners in your scheme of things? And what are you doing to help them move up the value chain?
So OEMs, fabrication partners, they are as important as anybody else in the entire value chain. They are ultimately the ones who will fabricate everything. So they need to have the right knowledge. They need to have the right machines. I think the OEMs that we have in India are at world level. Again, we are India is evolving as the furniture market is concerned. So we are always evolving. We are learning. But people are traveling internationally. They travel to all international exhibitions, all shows, whether it's Europe or the US or China. So they are well aware of all the technologies, manufacturing technologies that are available, and they are upgrading their facilities. Um, so we work hand in hand with them, and as I said, what we do with our trade partners, what we do with our internal partners, we do similar exercise with them. Whatever we have learned, Formica, Broadview Group, ARPA, um, Homopal, whatever they have learned, so we bring in that knowledge to them, and we have uh, held training programs for them as well, because a lot of our products are new. They have to be done in the proper manner. Um, One has to use the right kind of accessories, whether it's the hardware, whether it's the right kind of adhesives, right kind of substrate. Uh, so we train them. We go to their shop floors. We train their people on the shop floor. We train their office staff in the showrooms.
Are there any installations, marquee installations that you can cite where your products have been used and which have set benchmarks in design or aesthetic?
We have done a BMW showroom in Delhi with our the metallic range of Phoenix, which is the most expensive range of Phoenix. Phoenix also has a metallic range with all the properties of Phoenix, so we have done that. In Decometal, the flagship project that is still under execution is Sparkle One Mall in Bangalore, very close to the airport, between the airport and the city. This will be, I think, up and running by the end of this year. It's this property belongs to Phoenix Mills Mall. Uh, they are based out of Mumbai. So they and their architects had specified decometal, and they've used nearly 1,000 sheets of decometal in this project in the central arena. And once this is up, this will be the flagship project that will speak for itself and speak for our products and speak about the vision of the clients also who have chosen us. We have done some jewelry showrooms. Again, jewelry is a very unorganized industry except Tanishq and Reliance Jewels. So, but we have done some jewelry showrooms. We have done a showroom for Motherson Sumi. We've been specified in some Korean, large Korean organizations, but let these come and then we can speak for it. But yes, we continue to work with the top real estate builder lobby and like-minded partners in that space.
High performance materials require special skills for their correct application, because unless they are rightly installed, they won't give the customers and the brand the value that they deserve. Does the Indian industry have the requisite skills to handle and install these kind of products?
The skill level in India is developing. It is far better than what it was in the past. Skill also has a lot to do with the machine capability, because more and more organizations, they are mechanizing everything. So as far as machines are concerned, so they have it in India. And these machine manufacturers are also training on the workforce that we have in India. Uh, as far as the carpenters are concerned, a lot of companies are working to upskill, upgrade their competencies. There are training programs purely directed towards the carpenter fraternity. But I still see there is a gap between Europe, between I would say Singapore, Taiwan, to be specific, sometimes China, Thailand also. So India can learn today, and I've been talking to a lot of industry partners to jointly organize some training programs, because it's not just surface materials. We need to upgrade the manufacturing skills of almost everything in the furniture industry. So a lot of industry partners, and we are in discussion stage, and we will be organizing a lot of joint training programs, so that we can have the talent pool together, they can utilize our expertise together.
Within the furniture industry, how large the kitchen business as your target customer base?
Kitchen was the first set of application which became modular, and then the wardrobes, the other pieces of furniture came in. So there is a, out of this 30 billion USD, I think the bulk of it is the kitchen industry, and continuously growing. Our focus has been initially on the kitchen industry as well, because it's like honestly like low hanging fruit for us. People are aware, the manufacturers are there, the housewives wanted, that's their first area of interest, and the family has to invest.
What is the mid and long-term vision of Formica in India in terms of market share, the investments that you will be doing here, and the kind of organization you mentioned earlier, reviving the organization, building a so what kind of an organization are you envisioning?
We want to build a complete transnational corporation, uh, culturally very strong, employee oriented, market oriented, okay, to be led by local people, developing people continuously, moving up the ladder, training them. So that's what our focus is internally and externally. Uh, as far as investments are concerned, our first and foremost investments are in people, in hiring the right people, training them, retraining them, retaining them. This is what we want to do. We will continue to invest in employee health and safety and environment in the plant in 5S. As far as capacity is concerned, today we have sufficient capacity. So we're not looking at any more capacity at the moment, but we will continue to invest in environment, health and safety, in sustainability, are key areas for us worldwide, and we continue to do that in India as well. We will invest in marketing, infrastructure, communication, displays, showroom across the country in the next 4 to 5 years. We will invest in brand, we will invest in PR. We want to make Formica a formidable brand that it has been all these years. We want to reinforce that statement. Globally, we have been very successful, very profitable, and we want to do that again in India.